Right. Good. Uh, in the module number 2, what is our concentration is in the module number 1 we identified what is the meaning of database management system, what are the various types of representation of the database systems, okay, how to convert into AR model and then into the relational model vagera, right. Basically we also identified we are having the different types of database languages, clear. Of the database languages, we identified our representation of ER model, then we identified relational model. Along from these things, we are having the two more popular programming database languages called as the relational algebra and relational calculus. Clear? So, in the couple of classes, we are going to cover what is the meaning of relational algebra, relational calculus, very powerful in identifying the processing the database management system data, okay, or database, and converting into an optimized way. Clear? అంటే ఫాస్ట్గా ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలో when the higher end to the lower end, whatever the query we are asking to the database system, it will be represented in a more powerful, straightforward way using the relational algebra and the relational calculus. Clear? So these queries, so that at the higher end we are supplying, at the higher end we are supplying relational database management system query, but at the intermediate level we are going to use relational algebra and relational calculus. Okay. So it is the alternative way of referencing the fields, okay, by the positions, okay, or sometimes we can refer directly by the names using these languages. So basically this relational algebra, relational calculus we are using in the computation of intermediate results or in the processing of the intermediate operations. Clear? Only thing is this relational algebra and relational calculus generally works on intermediate relation instances. Intermediate relation instances. Okay, what is the meaning of instance? A data at the particular time, okay, or operation at the particular time, right. So and also with reference to the relational database management system, we are using 3 different types of tables which are very important as part of the final examination, and also we want to practice these things also in the lab also. All these relational algebra, relational calculus related operations we are going to use on 3 tables called as Eilers, Boords, reserves. That means we are having a set of Eilers where the data whatever we are using is their Euler ID, Euler name, maybe the rating of the Euler, okay, and the Euler's age. What these Eilers are representing? Boats, okay, maybe the boats in the Ocean Sagar Lake. Clear? So we are maintaining the information of the boats, information of the sailors who ride the boat, and also we are maintaining the passengers maybe who reserves the particular boats on a particular day with the help of the using this particular sailor. Okay, so the particular sailor is reserving a boat for a particular day. Clear? Right. So the boat's information contains boat ID, the boat name, boat color. Similarly, whenever he reserves a particular sailor, a particular boat, we are having the data sailor ID, boat ID, and date. Clear? This is an overview of the particular thing. What is the meaning of relational algebra and relational calculus? Here we are also mentioning in the form of relations these 3 tables. A Euler's table with some data at a particular instance. Similarly, boards data. Similarly, reserves data. Okay, right. So here the Euler's information may be at a particular time. Okay, instance of a particular time. At a particular time, it may contain 3 rows. At a particular time, it may contain 4 rows. Clear? So we are going to present this sailors information, boats information, and reservation information. Clear? Right. Now come to the relational algebra. So basically, we said we are having two more popular intermediate database languages called as relational algebra, relational calculus. First of all, we'll see what is the meaning of relational algebra. Okay. So relational algebra is one of the two formal query languages associated with the relational model. Before the relational model, we are having the two query languages associated with the relations data is relational algebra and relational calculus. Okay. So the queries in the algebra are composed using a collection of operators. In the relational algebra, basically in the mathematical statement, we know a relational algebra contains a lot of operators. Using the operators, we are writing the relational algebras statements. Okay, the same way here also we are using, but the thing is here the representations may be different. Okay, but only thing is here whatever the operators like in the mathematics, every operator in the relational algebra here also accepts every relational operator, whatever we are using in the database management system, programming languages. Okay, every operator accepts one or two relation instances. Okay, so based on the operator like a unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator, like in the C language, whatever we learn. Similarly, here also, every operator accepts one or two relation instances as arguments and returns a relation instance as result. And ante ఒకటి కానీ అంతకన్నా ఎక్కువ రిలేషన్స్ ని ఇన్పుట్ గా తీసుకుని దాని మీద రిలేషన్ ఆపరేటర్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి in the relational operator we are having the various operations select, project वगैरह and compute some result and the result will be given to us. Okay, so every relation operator accepts one or two relations. Okay, like the previous tables. Okay, it takes one or two instances or one or two tables and computes and gives one table as result. Takes one or two tables as input and gives a third table as output. Okay, right. So this particular property, it makes us easy to compose operators to form the complex queries also. If the queries are involving, okay, our question is involving, our results are involving in more than 2 or 3 tables also will be computed based on these fundamental relational operators only. Okay, that is the reason we can use relational algebra expressions can be defined recursively also. One relational operator may involve another relational operator. Okay, so unary operator applies to the single expression, binary operator applies to the two expressions. Clear? It is common, but only thing is here we are identifying, we are having specific relational operators. Each and every operator accepts one or two or more number of relations and gives a result in the form of another relation. Okay, so here we are going to identify what are the various relational operators. The relational operators here in the relational algebra are selection. If possible, try to copy these things. Okay, if possible, try to copy so that we can study. We need to repeat these terms repeatedly. Clear? The basic operators in the relational algebra are selection, projection, union, cross product, and different. Okay, the basic operators in the relational algebra are selection, projection, okay, union, cross product, and different. I will explain you each and every this relational operator now. What is the meaning of this selection projection? What are the symbols we are using the select and projection are? Okay, so hope this particular screen is visible to you. Okay, so the selection projection operators are representing the relational algebra, including the two operators to select rows from the relation, is called as select operator. Okay, and we are have where the pi operator to project the columns. Row and pi operators we are using to select rows from the column. We call it as a select operator. To get columns from the table, we call it as a project operator. Okay, what is the meaning of select operator? The select operator for selecting rows from the relation or table. Select operator is for selecting rows from the table. Okay, the project operator, okay, is for getting columns from the relation or table. So what is the purpose of select operator? For getting rows from the table, whereas the project operator for getting columns from the table. Okay, these operators allow us to manipulate data in a single relation. The first thing is that means this manipulation means nothing but retrieving data, retrieving rows or columns, nothing else. Okay, these operators allows us to manipulate data in a single relation. These operators allows us to manipulate data in a single relation. So the thing is here we given you the some figures, maybe the 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, as I shown you, some tables based on the syllabus. Okay, we'll see here we are seeing some basic operators, how it works. Clear? So the figure 4.2 we may call as S2, 4.1 we may call it as S1. Okay, some instance of the relation on the reserves table we may call it as instance R1 of reserves, S2, S1 of syllabus, S2 of syllabus. This is for the reference. We can adopt these references in the future applications also. Okay, so we can retrieve rows corresponding to the expert syllabus by using the select operator. We can retrieve rows. Say for example, we can retrieve, I want to know some expert syllabus information. Okay, I may identify the expert seller by its seller ID. I can retrieve the expert seller's information, say whenever we want, because the database means it is a huge database. Okay, huge database, but only thing is for simplicity we are showing the table with a couple of rows or couple of columns only, but generally the table is huge. I want to know is some expert syllabus information. Okay, the syllabus complete information. Whenever I want to know the syllabus information, I can utilize select operator. I can utilize select operator. How you can identify is, this is the way we can use the select operator. Okay, right. For as a subscript, we are going to provide some condition. What is the condition is, maybe where the rating of the particular salary is, okay, 8 or above 8. Okay, 8 or above 8. Okay, what is the condition we are providing? We call it as a predicate. We call it as a predicate given to the select operator. Okay, this is the select operator. This select operator, what it will do, it retrieves qualified rows from the table. Okay, qualified. How we are going to qualify the particular row in a table? The qualification in the particular table is based on some predicate or condition. Based on some predicate or condition. The predicate is condition you are saying is the required information is available. The required information is available in an instance of table called as S2. In an instance of table called as S2, where we are representing in the brackets, okay, S2, indicating we are having some information in the table S2. In the particular table, I want say all rows, all sailor rows where condition rating greater than 8. అంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ టేబుల్లో రేటింగ్ 8 కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉన్న టేబుల్స్ అన్ని ఇవ్వమని. ఈ పర్టికులర్ టేబుల్లో దిస్ ఇస్ ద S2 ఇన్స్టెన్స్. ఈ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ లో రేటింగ్ అనే కాలంలో వాల్యూ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 8 ఉన్న రోస్ అన్ని కావాలి అని. ఏ ఆపరేటర్ చెప్తా ఉంది? సెలెక్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ చెప్తా ఉంది. ఏ ఆపరేటర్ చెప్తా ఉంది? సెలెక్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ చెప్తా ఉంది. సెలెక్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ ఏం చెప్తోంది? S2 అనే టేబుల్లో రోస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఐ వాంట్ దోస్ రోస్ బట్ ఫిల్టర్ based on rating greater than 8. Rating greater than 8. So it first of all it verifies row number 1 where rating is greater than 8 because it is 9. So it retrieves this entire row as a result. Then comes to the lower, S name is equal to lower, but it is not greater than 8 but only equal to 8. So this row will be rejected into the result. Similarly, the Guppy row is rating as 5 only, it is not greater than 8. So this row will also be rejected to be taken into the result. But Rusty row will be taken where the rating is greater than 8. Okay, so the two rows are qualified in our result. Two rows are qualified in our result. That will be done by this one. So what it is identifying? Select rows from S2. Select rows from S2 where rating greater than 8. Okay, right. So this is the way we are identifying the subscript rating 8 is specifying as specifies the selection criteria to be applied. Selection criteria to be applied when retrieving the rows or tuples. Clear? So from the previous query, the resulting result is we are getting the two values. We are getting two rows. Okay, so this is the previous whatever we applied on this particular table. When you are applying particular query, yes, the select rating greater than 8 from S2, we are getting the result of 4.4. Table number 4.4. Okay, if anybody is copying, tell me. Okay, I will wait. Okay, because in what way we are that particular select operator is working or project operator is working. Okay, we need to represent even in the examination with the help of the sample tables, with the help of the sample tables, right? So are you having any doubt in the select operator? If you are having any doubt, you can ask me, or else I will proceed. Just give me whether it is okay or not. Okay, you can ask me any question or you can type in the chat box. Right. So we are getting from the table using the select operator the data. Similarly, we are having the project operator. The project operator is represented with this particular symbol phi. Okay, and also like select operator, we are also giving that table where the data is containing, where the particular data is containing. Okay, the purpose of what is the purpose of the select operator? Select operator, unlike the project operator, unlike select operator, it retrieves columns. Okay, it retrieves the columns. Select operator retrieves the rows, whereas the project operator retrieves columns. Okay, what is the difference between the select operator and project operator? Select operator is retrieving select operator retrieving rows, whereas project operator retrieving columns, whereas the project operator retrieves the columns. Okay, hope you will remember those particular symbols also, right? Like the select operator, what we are doing is we are asking to retrieve columns, S name and rating from table S2 or relation S2. What is the meaning of this project operator? It is saying retrieve columns, all values, no filter. Okay, it retrieves all values now. It is asking us previously we filter rows. Now we are filtering the columns. Okay, it is asking us asking our database, okay, to retrieve two columns. What are the two columns? S name and rating. And it is also telling to the database the required data is available. The required data is available in table number S2. So from the S2 table, it is asking to filter columns S name and rating. Okay, it is asking to retrieve S name and rating columns to us. At the same time, it is omitting SID and age columns. It is omitting SID and age columns. Okay, so if the particular query is executed, okay, in the relational algebra, the resulting result is in the form of figure 4.5. Okay, the query is retrieve S name rating from S2 table or relation instance. Okay, after executing this particular query, we'll get S name and rating columns from the previous given S2 table. Okay, from previous given S2 tables. So the subscripts for the project operator is telling us what rows we need to project out. So for example, instead of this particular S name and rating, you want to retrieve only age column from the table. Then you can use the project operator as an argument. You can give only column name age. Okay, in brackets the S2. Okay, be careful, the age or S name or rating we are providing as subscript. Okay, it is asking to the database retrieve column age from table S2. Okay, if you are executing this particular thing, you will get a result of 4.6. We are getting 4.6. Okay, right. Sometimes you want to know the combination of both selection and projection. Okay, like you need a column. I want the S name and rating from the S2 table. I want S name and rating from the S2 table. But unlike unconditionally, okay, I want only, that means now we identified ratings separately, column projection separately. Okay, I want S name and ratings from the previous table, but this time I want where the rating is greater than 8. Okay, we can combine the select operator and the project operator together. Okay, like in the figure 4.7. Okay, we are going to represent the same thing. First of all, I want to know the rows where the rating is greater than 8. So the rows where the greater than 8. We are getting the rows where greater than 8 using this previous query. If I utilize this result as intermediate result, instead of the previous projection operation on the original table S2, okay, okay, I want to use this intermediate table as input now. This, okay, where here I can use only age rating, age column. Okay, If you are unconditionally we are using the age, we will get something. Okay. If you are using this particular S name and rating based on the condition, then I can utilize like a select operator, select rows where rating greater than 8, then it gives those rows information completely from the particular rows. Now I can filter only S name and rating. Okay, this will be the 4.7 is the result. Okay, what is this S name and rating columns here specifying these two inherently, where these are the rows, these are the S name and rating rows where the rating is greater than 8, where the rating is greater than 8, because this projection operation S name and rating unconditionally giving us all rows for those two columns. Okay, all rows from those two columns. Clear? So whatever whether it is the rating is greater than or not, it is giving all the information. Okay, from this particular table. Unconditionally, if you are projecting on the S2, it gives S name rating of these 4 rows. I don't want these 4 rows. From this only I want where rating value is greater than 8 only. So the qualified values are UP and Rusty only. Okay, then I can use this particular operation. S name and rating. Okay, right. So if you are using this particular way, first of all, this innermost brackets, whatever the query in the innermost brackets will be executed. Okay, that means first it takes S2. On S2, it selects the rows where rating greater than is 8. Then that result will be given as a table to the projector operator. Then this result, intermediate result, where the select rating greater than 8 from S2, okay, it is producing a result. That result as a table given to the project operator where it filters S name and rating columns. Okay, right. So if you are identifying this particular thing, in the next class, I will explain you the various set operators. Okay, on this using the relational operator algebra. Clear? On the relational algebra. Okay, here I explained you select operator, project operator, the basic operators, then the union, cross product, difference, all this we call it as a set operators. The set operators I will explain you in the next class. If you are having any doubts how the select operator works, how project operator works, how the combination will works, okay, you can ask me. If you are not having any doubts, you give your attendance.